Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talktor Who Season 2.
Back after long hiatus.
Back in the saddle again.
Something like that.
After a long hiatus. And one of the reasons why we've been gone is because we have a new addition to the crew here. He's not going to say very much because he's like a week old.
12 days.
12 days old.
Yep. Baby
Wow,
L.
that's almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Baby Jen and Baby Light.
Yep.
Yeah. His codename can be Beauregard or Bear for short.
There we go.
I
Bear.
like that because then we have
Okey
Moose
doke.
and Bear.
We have a bear.
Now we just need a squirrel.
A squirtle or a squirrel?
A squirrel.
Squirrel.
Moose and
Either.
squirrel.
Oh, Moose and Squirrel.
moose and squirrel.
Squirrel.
Exactly.
So
Squirtle.
if you hear
Okay.
baby noises, it's because
Super
we do real
throwback
life.
reference.
That's the reason why. But they,
He has opinions, and he will share them.
yes. Jen and Light have joined us again for season 2 of Talktor Who. Thank you for those of you listening. Hi, Mom. Thank you for joining us with
Classic.
for the season 2. We're going to open up with the first episode, which is called The Christmas Invasion.
Season 2 or series 2?
Series 2. Thank you for reminding me.
No, are we season 2 or are we series 2?
We're season 2.
Okay.
We're
cool.
season 2. We're
I
talking
just don't
about
want to get
series 2.
confused. Some
Because
people
we're
take this
American.
terminology very seriously.
Some people.
What are you trying to say?
I'm not looking to my right now.
What are you trying to say over there, Jax?
I think it's pretty obvious what I'm trying to say.
Indeed. Okay, so this
I'm talking about you.
This episode aired on September 29th, 2006. It has a
Holy dang.
right. It was a long time ago.
11
It
years
has an
ago.
8.2 out of 10 on IMDb.
That's pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, it does have David Tennant's face in it.
This is the first episode with David Tennant.
Oh, David
Well, the first
Tennant.
full episode with David
So-
Tennant.
Right. The first. Yeah. The first.
let's not
the
get technical.
official quote unquote release.
Debut?
Of,
The last
debut. Yes.
the last 15 minutes of this episode have a 10 out of 10, and the rest has like a 6 or something.
Well, it has a
So
10
so it evens
out
out.
of 10.
Yeah, but yeah,
It has a 10 out of 10.
Death
10th
by, Death
Doctor
by
out of
Christmas
10.
Tree.
I'm getting to opinions too quick. So.
Director James Hawes, written by
Nonsense.
Russell T Davies and
Yeah.
Sidney Newman.
My man.
Rusty.
I thought he was your
My
boy.
main man.
My main man.
Rusty Dave.
Rusty Bridges.
Oh, he's not a rusty nail.
Rusty Dave.
Rusty Shackleford.
Good old Rusty Dave.
Rusty taco.
A couple of
Just no.
A couple of pieces of information about this episode. The TARDIS wardrobe. Interestingly enough, this is the first episode where another room other than the control room is shown in the TARDIS. The wardrobe has a Hogwarts uniform in it.
Did you look that up or did you see it?
I looked it up.
Okay, which house?
Okay.
It was not shown,
Probably just the standard.
Probably just the
uniform.
standard
The only
one,
thing
yeah.
that distinguishes it is the tie.
but it was
Teacher.
a throwback because David Tennant was in The Goblet of Fire,
It's true.
as people probably know.
Once again, the parting of the ways. Yeah.
Yes, very good. David Williams and Bill Nighy
Nighy.
were both considered for the role of the 10th Doctor. David Williams, you might know from Britain's Got Talent.
Oh.
Bill
And
Nighy, really?
no, that was David Williams.
What?
Bill-
No, I mean the other one.
Bill Nighy was in.
He was also in Harry
What-
Potter.
He was also in Harry Potter. Yes.
Oh, who was he in Harry Potter?
He was Rufus Scrimgeour, the replacement Prime Minister after
Minister
Fudge.
Rufus. Yep. He was also in Love Actually and
Oh,
one of the
sure.
Pirates' characters. Oh, he was Davy Jones. In Pirates
He
of the
has a
Caribbean.
fantastic
yes,
voice.
That's right.
Stuff.
He
He's
played
very
the rap
interesting.
star
Do
in
you
Love
fear
Actually.
death?
And he's the alternate science
Jack
guy.
Sparrow, you are a liar. You
Yeah.
will spend an eternity on this ship.
Bill Nighy, the science guy. He.
No.
Oh, that's fantastic.
No, that's a different one.
I think that's all the
I think he's also the speaker in Destiny, but no one cares about
no one cares about him anymore.
Nobody cares about me.
Light, I believe you have a synopsis for this episode.
I do have a synopsis for
Plot
this episode.
summary.
The Christmas Invasion. In case you
Dun,
were
dun,
wondering, this happens on Christmas Eve. High above London, the alien Sycorax are holding the Earth to ransom. The whole Earth. Well,
The
1/3 of the
Sycorax.
Earth.
Yeah.
The Doctor must recover from his regeneration in time to save the human race from slavery and Rose from complete self-absorption.
Hey,
Is that in there?
No, it's in my notes.
It's believable enough, though, isn't it?
It definitely is. Well, one of the things that I had frustrating, or that I found frustrating about this episode was the fact that Rose totally gave up. I feel like that's very uncharacteristic of her.
Okay,
Really?
but imagine this.
I do.
Imagine this. So you are a human on planet Earth, and you've just spent how long traveling around with this alien who's able to do all these amazing things, and he has his own ship that is able to do all of these amazing things. And then all of a sudden, that man is no longer the man that you first went out with
That would be rather jarring, yes.
because he has
They
a
haven't
brand
gone
new
out yet.
face, and
You don't know.
he's asleep, and he can't do anything. Wouldn't you also give up in that case?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Because, I mean, you are now stranded because you cannot control that amazing blue box, his amazing blue ship, which
Because he
he's
took it
able
away
to...
from you.
He did not take it away because you are not a time lord or time lady,
It
so you
looks
cannot...
like you need a doctor.
Yeah, she didn't even try to like bust open the time hatch again.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
because her memory was wiped.
that's true.
But
There are
How
limitations.
much?
She knew that she can't do that ever again, otherwise she would be separated from the doctor
Okay.
forever.
So we have strong feelings about
Death?
this episode, apparently.
Well, it
Death or
didn't wipe
separation from the
Mickey's
doctor.
memory. I'm sure he still remembers how to
Well, 'cause
crack
he-
it open with a tow truck.
No, you're not meant to absorb.
Whoa
I know.
there.
I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm just saying she remembers how. Yeah,
Whoa
I mean,
there,
he literally
friend. You might need to slow down.
he literally died the last time she did that. So yeah, bad news bears.
Did you inhale some of that universe energy he was speaking?
Obviously. It's a
know
bad
what?
idea. You don't look into the heart of the TARDIS. How many times do we have to go through this?
Do we need to turn your microphone
Rose
down?
figured
I don't know.
No.
At least once, apparently.
I can already tell that this is going to be a good season.
I will fight
This is
you.
going to be a fantastic season.
will fight
Just because
you.
David Tennant's the doctor.
Well, it's
love
not going to
David
be
Tennant.
fantastic anymore.
Yes,
just
it
this
is.
one episode.
Just this one episode. He
Just
does
this
say
time.
fantastic once.
The last
He
one.
does.
And in a cut scene, he does say that he says fantastic, but then he's like, oh, that doesn't sound right. So then he tries to find another phrase.
He like
Catchphrase.
lowered his voice.
Fantastic. He doesn't have the teeth to say
imitated
fantastic
Eccleston.
No.
anymore.
The thing I like about David Tennant, and I kind of it kind of clicked with me when I was watching this episode again, was I feel like he. Where is my note here? So he brings a good energy and a jovial nature to the Doctor and to Doctor Who as a whole. A good scene of that is why is there an apple in my dressing gown? Like he has a very serious scene, and then it just breaks into something that's completely not part of that scene,
Right.
but it still flows.
Highly tangential.
Very, very tangential, but I think it's really cool because it's a split from what Eccleston was as the Doctor.
Yes.
All
Mine-
serious all the time.
my
Who is
note-
either
yeah,
very serious or very happy.
Right, and there is
And
not
never the
really
twain
any
shall meet.
right.
is that at least, I mean, technically, I'd say Tennant carried this episode, even though he was only in it for like 15 minutes. Like,
Yeah,
you're
I would
watching,
say that.
Watching it, I was like, this is, I don't know, like, this is an okay episode. It's not really anything significant. And then he comes on, and I'm like, this is great. I love this.
Oh, yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Like,
my
that's
feeling
the
about the
only reason
episode
it's
basically
okay.
parallels Rose's feelings about her life at that moment. This is terrible. This sucks. This is just getting worse and worse. Oh my gosh. Wait, the doctor? The doctor's back. Yay!
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I think it's
life
really
is
funny.
worth living again.
Because Russell T Davies wrote this episode with Eccleston in mind,
Did he know?
thinking that Tennant will then make up the rest of whatever his characteristic would be at that point. But it's totally Tennant's Doctor, even at this point.
Yeah.
Like you can tell it's a completely different Doctor, which that makes sense because it's a different person. But still,
Yeah.
I'm glad though that this is the only episode where the Doctor is unconscious.
Yeah.
Because this plot point, if it had to do every time that he regenerated,
Oh, awful.
it would get really boring really fast.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'd figure out better ways to handle it, but
Glad they
God,
gave
are
up
they
on that.
useless without him?
Oh, absolutely.
Rose can't even make a good lie without him being around to tell her
Yeah.
how.
Well,
It's
next
like
time-
him just being there. She
To-
can suddenly be clever.
To Moose's point,
I will fight you.
to Moose's point, I will say if she would have known that the Doctor would have been useless for most of this episode, she probably wouldn't have been in the funk that she was, and she would have tried harder. Would you say, Moose?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, what?
And she's extremely traumatized. I mean, come on.
If she
She's
knew that it was
traumatized 'cause
part of
she's
the regeneration
overwhelmingly
process,
selfish.
Right. Well, if she knew that it was part of the regeneration process,
Hold me back.
You don't even like Billy Piper.
Yes, I do.
who doesn't like Billy Piper? You take that back, sir.
Someone
Me.
across the table from me.
Hello.
You don't like her at all?
She's okay. She's getting better.
Yes, she is getting better.
No tongue acting at all this time.
Better than her mom.
She flirted hardcore in this episode, and there was no tongue.
Yeah.
There was no
teeth
tongue.
No tongue.
Very good. Very good.
Jolly good.
Or
Jolly
I forgot
good.
to look. I forgot.
She,
I didn't notice any of that.
Okay, good.
she is overwhelmingly selfish in this
I still
episode.
dislike
She
her
is.
a lot.
I mean, yes, she's traumatized. Yes, it's terrible. Yes, the world quite literally could be coming to an end. And all she can say is, he left me. Oh, no, me. Oh, a third of the world. Forget them. Me. I'm so sad. He left me.
I thought I was in love, and now he's gone.
He's
To be fair,
he's
Mickey
just
was
asleep.
not much better. He was like, "Oh, so you love him then, huh?"
But he was very complacent about that.
Yeah.
Like,
Felt like
okay,
every
whatever,
British
you know.
person in here.
Yeah.
Every
Mickey's
Brit
coming to terms.
was super complacent about this. Like, your loved ones are about to die. Someone freak out. But the people are just standing on the
no,
roofs
whatever.
like, oh, look at that. Yeah.
Well, they had
some
they had a
rope or
couple
something.
miles or a block or something maybe to freak out. But now
but-
everybody's just sort of climbing the stairs.
Freak
Maybe they
out.
don't want to freak out on the edge of a building.
No, but
They're British.
don't know.
They don't freak out.
I'm surprised
so
nobody's like
British.
tackling
Speaking of-
anybody, putting them in headlocks,
Speaking of,
pulling out the handcuffs.
if the mass hypnosis were to actually happen, you realize that there would be at least a handful of people that were naked because they were just taking a shower.
Or they're just naked people.
Or they're just naked people. Yeah, they just walk around
California.
naked. Yep. Yep. It's a good thing that this wasn't in California.
Thank you for your input, Bear.
He doesn't like nakedness.
I would be among those that
Although
would.
Victory
Victory
should be naked.
Would the people that were driving have stopped? Or would they just like, oh, I'm going to
Drive
get
their
out of
car.
my
I'm
car
gonna
now?
drive out to the middle
Drive
of
to
the
the-
bluffs.
I suppose hypnosis could have,
Survival
room for
instinct
things
still.
like that. Like, oh, I'm going to pull over
Yeah.
now. Not just like, oh, time to go.
Also, Harriet Jones, Prime Minister,
We know who
Yes,
she
we
is.
do.
she's
Yeah.
she's a badass in this episode.
She is.
I both really like her and really don't like her at the very end.
Poor
Just a
misguided
moment.
Harriet Jones.
Because like I can totally understand the reasoning why she did that.
Oh, absolutely.
Why she blew up the Sycorax. Because she was trying to defend the Earth and like she had to show her teeth basically. But she got onto the wrong side of the Doctor, and I love that exchange. Like I can bring you down with 6 words, and he does it. I think that that's fantastic. I think that's a really good show of force of what this Doctor really is,
Nah,
Well,
which
he
is
does-
again different than what Eccleston was.
yeah.
Yeah. He does call them monsters as well. I mean, he doesn't hold favorites in species really, because everyone's like, oh, he loves humans, he loves whatever. But he would defend them, but he doesn't approve of.
He doesn't
Basically
give them
everything that they
automatic.
do, yeah.
He doesn't give them automatic
Ever.
moral high ground.
Exactly.
And they did exactly what his opponents did, which is crazy.
How do the Sycorax know who Harriet Jones is?
Well, they had 5 or 10 hours to go through.
Oh, I
the-
suppose. I just think it's funny because the running joke in this season or series or whatever you want
Whenever
is
she
At
appears.
this point,
is yes, we know who you are,
yes.
because it goes
And
on.
boy,
it goes
did
on
they
and
beat it
on
to
and
death.
on and on.
Which is beautiful.
Yes, we know this
Yes.
joke.
Indeed. Quoting the Lion King. That was one of my favorite parts of the episode.
the
And
best.
is it?
What's it?
First time I watched that, I was like, God, why does this sound so familiar? And then he's like, hold on. Like, wait, this is from something.
Yeah,
Closely,
That's the Lion King. Oh my God.
that's what it was. That's what it was.
closely
Oh,
followed by
that's
the Hitchhiker's
fantastic.
Guide reference to Arthur Dent.
Yep.
My goodness.
Ah,
was
yes.
amazing.
That's what that was from.
Not bad
Sleeping
for a
in my
man in his
PJs.
Jim Jams.
Yeah.
My Jim Jams. My Jimmy Jams.
Jimmy James. Jimmy James. Jimmy James.
I'm a kitty cat.
Jimmy James. No dance, dance,
Yeah.
dance, no dance, dance, dance.
Wow.
We digress.
Let's
Goodness.
turn.
My next note here is regrowing hand because plot. And that's really all I have to say about
Also
that.
losing fight because
Plot.
plot.
Admittedly,
There's
foresight.
a lot of because plot in this episode. Like
I-
spinning tree because plot.
Oh, actually, there's 3 words that can describe why it's because plot. And I think I know.
Oh, gosh.
I think Moose knows what they are.
Oh,
Technically,
gosh.
one of them is just a letter. But can you guess what they are, Molly?
I will
It's Russell T. Davies.
Biggest plot.
That's right.
Biggest plot.
That's exactly what it was.
I know where
Because
you
plot.
sleep at night.
Creepy but true.
I can unlock your door.
Wow.
On that
It's
safe.
not an advanced lock.
It's true.
I mean,
Even
it's-
with the
it's-
clothespin could unlock my door.
It really is just a face-changey episode. Like that's
Yeah.
that's the point, and they kind of added in some more plot stuff because they made it deeper, admittedly. And I like the hand loss thing. Like it's a good foresight kind of thing. Like
I would
we're gonna
agree.
use this in 8 episodes. Kind of, I don't know when they use it, but
Right.
I think it's
They Luke
it's
Skywalker that thing.
Third season that they use it.
yeah, I think it's just really kind of cool there that they do get to bring that back. But it's a face-changey episode. That's all I wrote. Like that's all.
It's an
you do.
introductory episode. I mean, for as what it is, I think it is really entertaining. They have a lot going on. I mean, the silverfish or whatever they call them, that was a really good decoy.
Pilot fish.
Pilot fish. Yeah. Silverfish are
See,
something completely
Captain
different.
Fish.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because he
Pirate
said
fish.
pilot fish,
Yeah.
and my brain said silverfish.
Silverfish,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, those gross little bugs
Yeah.
in
Little silver
books.
things.
Oh, completely different.
No, the Cybermen use those later. The little
Oh,
silver
that's
guys.
right. Yeah,
Silverfish.
cyber silverfish.
Oh, they call them Cybermans.
Cyber silverfish.
Man,
Say that 10 times
Cyber
fast.
silverfish. Cyber silverfish. I can't. I don't want to.
Sure
I
they
can,
weren't
but I don't want to.
Please
Quitter.
don't.
Pirate fish.
Pirate.
Pilot fish.
Pirate fish.
fish.
Yar.
It
They only
depends
have
if
one
you're
eye.
Japanese.
It depends on if you're in
Oh, good grief.
Pirates of Penzance or not.
Thank you, because that's what I was thinking. A pilot.
To be a pilot.
Some of the other good things that I liked about this episode were the no second chances, and he
Yes.
did that so like
Flawlessly.
matter of
That's the
factively.
kind of man I am.
Yeah, that's the kind of man. I
Not
am.
to mention, he did it
No
with the
second chances.
Satsuma. Not
Which
to be
is a weird
confused.
name for a
Satsuma.
clementine.
No, they're different.
I'm sure they are.
They are different.
One is
Satsumas and
featured in-
clementines are completely different.
One is
Okay.
featured in many
How
animes.
completely are
How
they
completely different are they? There's-
Satsumas are sold with a leaf.
Is that literally it?
No, they're like a different like genus or species or whatever.
They're
but-
different genius.
genus,
There you go.
but they are different. Very similar to a clementine, yes.
So
But
when you say completely different, you mean almost exactly the same.
I will end you.
Just leave it alone.
Ooh. Now who has the dad puns?
The mom?
The mom. The mom. The it is defended
Is
whole
defended.
line I think is fantastic. It's like when you go and talk to the other aliens about this planet, about its vast resources and about its people, just remember it is defended.
Okay.
Yeah.
When
It's defended by a guy who can win a sword fight. And
Defended.
we had to leave because of crummy old rules.
Yeah.
Okay. Whenever they say defended in the series, every single time, without a doubt, I always think of like waterfalls and beavers and the woods.
Why?
It says defended, not damned.
I don't know. No,
Yeah, that would be
resources.
terrible.
No,
Tell them it is
Resources?
down.
no resources.
What?
Without
No,
a
not
doubt.
that kind of
I always
down.
think about beavers.
I don't.
That's a weird thing for you to think about.
Do you
I
have an
don't know.
explanation
Is that
for
is that
or
why
is
you're
that-
named Moose?
Is that just
No.
kind of
Is
a?
that you have beaver friends?
I just like the woods.
What does that have to
Defended.
do with defense?
No resources.
What does that have to do with defense?
I was talking about defense. I was talking about resources.
What is,
But you said
okay.
it is defended.
Wait, did I?
I'm
Yeah.
so lost.
It is defended every time you think of
Everything-
resources.
Oh no, the chair broke again.
Are you thinking
Yeah.
about? Are you thinking
That-
about like Age of Empires or?
You need defenses.
No,
you
I
need
think-
resources
I've
to
got
build
650 castle or stone. I can build a castle.
And I can build a
Yay.
dam out of my wood.
trebuchets.
I'm gonna build a bunch of archers and stick them in my castle.
I don't
Good
know.
strategy.
That's Tenant's strategy.
I
That's
don't
it.
And a
know.
bunch of castles.
Did really enjoy the sword fight though.
Speaking of
Yes.
lots of stone,
It's a fighting hand.
so
Yeah.
did they just hollow out?
Cowboy.
Did
Well,
they just?
you just did it, yeah.
Yeah.
So did they just dig up a volcano and put a ship inside it? or-
Basic. Well,
or
that
what
was that was one of my other notes. Is like, don't the Sycorax have a smaller ship because it seems a little ostentatious to bring that one.
Well, I mean,
Ostentatious means flashy.
Provocative.
is this series of unfortunate events all of a sudden?
Yes, it is. By the way, that's a terrible show.
It was an
Oh,
excellent
we're
movie,
attacking it.
and I didn't enjoy the show. We
did
watched
not
it
like
last
the
night.
movie at
I
all.
didn't.
thought it was
I thought it was
tacky.
okay.
I thought it was tacky and annoying.
There's a
Yes.
show.
Yeah, there's a show on Netflix.
There's a movie.
Isn't it a Netflix
Yeah.
original?
There's a book.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
is.
No, it's a
There's-
TV
there's
series.
many
No
books.
further
Yes
comment.
to all of the
I
above.
haven't seen 1 second of any of them.
I really liked the movie a lot.
If,
and I
if
thought
you like Jim
was a
Carrey, then you'll like the
fantastic
episode or the
Every
Count.
movie.
time I tried to
The
watch
children
them,
were
something
Billy
came
Connolly.
up.
You can't
Something
replace
just
Billy Connolly.
came
Oh,
up and
heck
stopped
Yes,
me.
Moose?
Billy Connolly singing and
You
playing
might
a
say.
mandolin.
Right?
I haven't watched them because of a series
Scotsman.
of unfortunate events.
Exactly.
Speaking of Scotsman.
The
David
birth of
Tennant.
your son is not a series of unfortunate events.
Ooh.
Wait, what happened?
There was a whole sub dialogue that someone will like decode.
At some point,
Blah blah
someone will
blah
hear
blah
it.
blah blah. Joke series of unfortunate events.
Yes.
Morgan Freeman. Blah blah.
So
blah.
many people talking all at once.
It's okay.
Gordon Freeman.
Okay. Any other
Moving back.
comments on this episode since we've digressed so far from the truth?
Why would they put blood in a probe? I mean,
agree.
you're like, oh great, here's a bunch of stuff from our planet.
That's
Why?
a
Why
part
blood?
of a human you
Didn't
can send
didn't
legally.
they do that actually?
Yeah.
Probably,
Like
but why?
legitimately? Like didn't NASA do that on like one of the like Odyssey probes?
I believe so. Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
what
but
we are
why?
made of. Here you go.
It's the only part of a human you can legally send aside from hair.
I don't
Send a
think.
dead person.
What about toenail clippings?
I mean, it's
Ew.
not really DNA material.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It is, but
Yeah. I don't think you can actually control someone from blood, but I mean, I'm not
You
the
definitely
cigarette,
can't control them with your toenails.
You control someone by their toenails.
suddenly everyone's toes start walking. Only with people.
That would be really interesting to
Only
watch.
people with smooth, rounded-ended toenails, which is 1/3 of the population.
Weird.
All right.
And
But
now
yeah,
we
I
know
don't,
why they
I
said
don't,
blood.
I don't understand why
Yeah,
that's in a
anyways.
probe to start with.
No, for one of the probes that is out there right now, they have like a gold record that has some languages on it,
Yeah.
Uh,
yeah.
a Beatles song, and
What a terrible choice.
well,
You
I
don't
don't
They
remember
have
which
other
one it
music
was.
too. They have like tribal music. and things like that.
Yeah,
Around the universe.
yeah, that one.
Across the universe.
But yeah, they have a
Well,
couple of other things on
Lucy
there.
in the Sky with Diamonds.
Ooh.
Oh, that. Speaking of which, I was actually really surprised that they didn't, because this is a Christmas episode.
Yes.
I'm surprised that they didn't play "So This Is Christmas" and "What Have You Done,"
Yeah.
Ooh.
because I feel like that's really appropriate.
That's fair.
Soup's apropos.
Ooh, we should notice that the doctor did end up going for Christmas dinner.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's one of the first times, that, or
You're
one
right.
of the only times
Yeah.
that he's actually
He
stayed
sticks
for dinner.
around.
He skips
One of the
around.
only
What do you
time.
know?
Maybe because the future ones remind him of Rose.
And he pulls,
Could be.
pulls the
Well,
Christmas
but
Or he
Technically-
just feels bad for not being around for the entire season.
Does the
But he's
By
with
season,
Rose.
I mean episode.
Technically, he's with Rose.
He is with Rose.
release the cracker?
Anyways,
I
there's a
swear,
real- oh,
random fact: every TV show has somebody with the last name Llewellyn, and it's a really odd. Maybe I don't know.
I guess that.
I don't know, but they do. There's someone like a bit character with the last name Llewellyn.
It's true.
The main one that I remember that I can reference off the top of my head is Psych, because they have a guy named Bevan Remy Llewellyn, who is possibly the most ostentatious person
We should use that
with
word
the
more
most
often.
ostentatious name.
I think there
Who
was
is
a last
that?
name of Llewellyn and Doc Martin as well.
Yep.
I love Doc
We
Martin.
just started watching Doc Martin.
Yeah, they
We
did. I
just
remember
started.
It
Really?
gets
It's
weird
super
really
weird.
quickly.
Oh, I'm sure.
Excellent.
So,
We'll talk about
who
it
is he in
afterward.
Psych?
He's a singer in season 2, episode 2, American Duos. He's the guy that sings by himself. In place of a duo, he sings both parts.
Is
That's
that
his
the
thing.
one with Tim Curry in it?
Yes.
The blueberry.
I feel like
Yes,
that would
it's
be
the
a really
start of
good
Blueberry.
show to do another podcast on.
It would.
I
Psych.
love that show.
We would
Good.
go to- yeah.
And
Well,
We're
also,
totally
take-
going to do that.
We'll take Psych
Psych.
podcast specific donations now. Wow.
I still
No.
I still haven't finished that show though, so
What?
I would
haven't
be up
either.
for
What?
that. I'm
It
pretty
actually
far.
has a good ending. It's actually good and
That's
fulfilling.
promising.
So,
Excellent.
I had a thought, and it ran away.
Oh.
What was the thought? There's nothing quite so menacing as a spinning Christmas tree.
No, but
With
I did say
music.
leave it to Doctor Who to make Christmas trees terrifying.
Yes, that too.
I don't know if it
And
was
also very,
terrifying.
very ugly because that white one. Oh,
I was talking about Jackie's Christmas tree.
oh yeah. Good. I'm sorry I spoiled your joke.
It's okay.
this Christmas tree of death needs something. Christmas music.
They can be happy as they're shredded.
It sounds like ducks quacking Christmas music. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. I don't have any more notes, so if
Wow.
anybody else does,
I
that's.
always have more notes.
I
but
didn't even
that's
take
fine.
any notes.
Something that
But you've got some really good comments on this episode.
Got a lifetime of knowledge.
Oh, good grief.
Name that movie.
She's the man.
Yes.
I remember because
Wow.
I met her for that.
I don't know why, but the way you said it, it just sounded like old Greg.
Got a lifetime of knowledge.
Got a lifetime of knowledge inside this shoe.
It's good to be back.
It is good to be back. This has been way too long.
Did you miss me? Did you miss me?
The one
Did
thing
you
that
miss me?
revives the doctor. Cup of tea.
Did you miss me?
Big, yeah.
So
Cup
British.
of vaporized
Power of tea.
tea.
Yeah. I wonder what kind of tea it was.
Did you miss me?
English
Probably
breakfast.
the
Dishwater.
Dishwater.
I can't get
London
over that
fog.
quote.
Did
He
you miss
says it.
That's a latte.
It's a prediction of Sherlock.
Man.
It is. Wow.
I hope it was Earl Grey.
Tea power. It
Or
looked
peppermint.
red. It looked like a raspberry tea.
Actually, it looked
Irish
kind of
breakfast.
chai-ish.
Maybe.
It looked
Oh, yeah.
chai
I
tea.
think she did put in the milk
like a
in
red
beforehand.
Yeah. Although,
It was a milky tea.
Do British people
British
drink
do-
chai?
well, they drink a lot of milk with their tea. They make theirs different than ours.
Milky tea.
Well,
They're not like us.
They're not like us. We try to be British,
They're
but we don't.
different from us, which means they can't be trusted.
Okay, Pocahontas.
Savages, savages, barely even human.
Because they put milk in their tea, I guess.
and the Brits are all after us now.
Oh
Talking
no,
about
my
their
only British
show.
friend.
Oh yeah, you're a British fan.
My British fan. Hello, cool dude. If you're listening, I know you're not.
I should throw in worst part of the episode for me.
Yes,
Part I
that's-
was most disappointed in was Rose leaning in and not even moving her mouth as they voiced over, "Help me." Like she didn't like there. It was
Oh,
such
I didn't
a
even catch
bad
that.
cut. Like she leaned past his cheek so you couldn't see her mouth and didn't even pretend. Like
Oh, no.
she's like, I don't even know what line this is. I missed these two words completely, and we voiced over it later. I don't know if she was gonna kiss him and revive him at first or something, but it was.
Plus, it was just a
rough.
really awkward scene.
called
All of a sudden,
ADR.
he's super awake.
Yeah, it's true.
And man, that tree just vaporized.
That poor IKEA cabinet.
The tree-shaped hole in the wall.
That was fun. I liked that.
We're gonna-
as
we're gonna
dumb
get
as
killed
that
by a
sequence
Christmas
was.
tree.
I wonder what Jackie's like apartment rent is like because she has
I
had
wonder
so
what her
much
insurance
destruction.
is like.
Yeah, no kidding.
She's gone through 2 coffee tables now.
Yeah. Oh no,
The
coffee
first one
tables.
with
Those are
the
probably
mannequin.
her own property, though.
Well, even still, she's had quite a bit of damage to that apartment done.
That's very true. And
Excuse
it's
me.
only in season 2.
Her flat.
Her flat. No, it's not a flat because she has bedrooms.
Yeah.
Bedrooms in a flat?
Yeah, they do.
Isn't a
They-
flat just a
Oh
In
no, I was
apartment
thinking
term for
studio.
condo?
Yeah.
No, never mind. I was thinking studio.
She can't have a
So, do
studio.
you think that this ship represents the entire Sycorax race, or is this just like the bro ship out
It's just the bro
picking
ship.
fights?
Sycorax Rock.
I think they would have mentioned a genocide. They tend to use that word a lot.
That's true.
I think the doctor would have been a lot madder had it been a genocide.
Oh yeah, he would have ended
Madder. More
Harriet Jones right then and there.
Right. I
Honest.
mean, do you think they are an accurate representation of the entire race, or are
Oh,
they or are
dude,
they
like-
just the bro ship
It's the
running
bro,
around picking
okay.
fights?
It's like the college age boys.
Look at this guy. He's totally making a speech that's both, like reasonable and asking for compassion. Lightning whip. Ah, that
Dude,
guy's mad about it.
nice.
Lightning whip.
Bro, that was so savage.
Oh, savage. Yeah, and then it's like, oh, you grew your hand back? Witchcraft, says the guy controlling a third of an entire planet with blood.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Which one of these is more witchcraftery?
I'd
No,
say the
that
blood
was
one,
voodoo.
definitely.
Yeah.
Voodoo. Yeah, that's true. Well, voodoo, witchcraft, voodoo, the same.
Kind of.
Necromancy.
Similar.
Tomato.
Necromancy.
Necromancy. Oh, is
The witch was-
sleeping?
Which was done in a laboratory.
Out like a light.
Oh,
Yes.
he's so cute. Oh, he's so cute.
Bear liked the episode, but was
He actually
only-
watched it.
Yes, he
Yes,
did.
he
I was
He
impressed.
staring. At
We
12 days old.
indoctrinate our children young on things, all things geek.
Yes.
You gotta
All
take him to
things
the
geek.
doctor often when they're that age.
Oh, good.
Especially Tenant. Wow. He enjoyed the Tenant part the most. I would
Because
say.
who doesn't?
Yeah.
Woo, David Tennant.
Speaking of David Tennant, let's gush about how great he is.
Oh.
David
Big-
Tennant's fantastic.
Big
What a
friendly
handsome
button.
man.
His smile. Like, he first pops open the TARDIS and he's like, hey, and he does that
Did you miss me?
teeth where the bottom of his bottom jaw is like inverted or something. I don't know, but I love it. His smile is the best. Plus his hair is great. And it only gets better.
Stop
the same
making Sherlock
intonation.
references.
It's the same thing.
Plus flipping that outfit he wears. I love that.
Oh,
That
yes.
outfit is so fantastic.
I
No
love
pun
the
intended.
suit
Shows-
and the like Janis Joplin jacket or whatever he says it
Yep,
is.
They
Janis
chose
Joplin.
the two suits at the very beginning, which
Mhm.
I always forget. Like, oh yeah,
He's
got a
got
blue
the
one
two
and a
things
brown
he's
one.
gonna wear
Which
the whole
the
time.
brown one is the one that's in future.
Yes.
The blue one is in past.
Oh, so they keep up with the color code?
They do.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
They do. And they do that. Has
Through Matt Smith.
12 done that yet?
I can't make a pattern out of 12's costume changes.
They just change his facial hair each time.
That's true.
It's more white gray in future and
Gray,
gray
white.
Yeah. Yes.
Dude, I want that
Yeah,
jacket
tack
so bad
eyebrows.
though. I love that jacket. I
Think
want it.
geek.
I want it so
Zack
bad.
Snyder.
I know, but
Zack
it's so
Snyder's
Yeah, they're
expensive.
really expensive.
Irish
Super
in the future and
expensive.
Scottish in the past.
There you go. All right. Any other final comments before we wrap this episode up?
Cigarettes rock, as in the modern sense.
They rock.
They rock.
Also, they're flying a giant rock.
So they were
Yeah.
obviously the college age. Your theory is holding water.
I know that's
Yeah.
what's making me think it.
There's some planet of Sycorax out there that is just face palming these suckers right now.
Plus, when their big douchey bro leader loses, they're like, "Oh man, no.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I guess we're gonna
we
go
were only
home.
doing it because he was doing
Just
it."
don't tell our moms.
Trip Stevens a third.
Yeah.
I just like that quote at the end where she's like, "It's like you go looking for trouble," and then he's like, "Ah, trouble's just the bits in between."
Yeah, that's great.
I like
Trouble's
that.
just a bit in between. I love it. I love
It's
it.
sad
Good
'cause it
stuff.
means we only see the bits in between. We see the trouble, and we miss the grandest adventures that
That's
the Doctor
true.
actually loves.
That's true.
Yeah, we don't get to see them going to
Because those are the boring bits
Yeah,
for show purposes.
for sure.
the bits that are fun for them,
Mhm.
but not interesting for us, I guess.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's very true.
We can't breathe the air.
Can't breathe the
I
air.
was dressed for Rio, but we never get to see Rio.
That's fair.
Rio.
Real.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyways, I'm just so glad that David Tennant's here.
yes, I'm
Although-
looking forward to more episodes of David Tennant
Mm-hmm.
going forward.
Not that I didn't appreciate Eccleston, except the first time.
No,
I
I
definitely
think-
didn't appreciate him.
No,
But
but,
I did-
I think that the
did
writing is
later.
better going forward, and that's not Eccleston's fault,
Yes.
but it's
Also, they have a larger budget,
yes.
Also true.
That's yeah.
so they're well, basically everything gets better.
Yeah,
Pay their
basically.
writers a little more.
Yeah.
Costumes, special effects, settings.
Get more writers, so Russell isn't writing all of them.
Yeah, Russell needs a break.
I'm just saying.
I also
he
know
can-
where you sleep.
Inspire.
It's right next to you.
It's in the same bed.
He can inspire
me.
people with his
Y-
genius
no,
rather
yeah.
than.
I wasn't talking about that.
Better watch yourself,
Better
rather
watch
than
your
doing
friggin'
himself.
self.
Yes.
Link.
He can pay. He can hire better lackeys to
Mm.
write stuff for him.
Better yes men.
Better things.
It's okay.
Which is what George Lucas needed.
George Lucas needed to take his grimy paws off of that project. Is what he needed.
George-
And look what's happened
George
now.
Lucas
We
comes
have two
running
of the
in.
best Star Wars movies ever.
Thank you, Disney.
Yes, very true. Very true. Anyways, that's for a topic for another day.
Cut off his hand. That's copyright infringement.
And it fell down a really long
Yeah.
drop.
And people get it and use it later.
Yep,
Also.
The Force.
that's very true.
Except they don't make a clone of him,
Well,
which they do in Star Wars. In the books, anyways.
well. Anyways, next
Wow.
episode is New Earth. So we will we'll see you the next episode. We're going to try to do weekly again.
Is that the
right?
one with the hospital?
I think so. It's New York.
Not to be confused with New York, which is in Futurama.
Right, yeah, these are cat
women.
cat nuns. All right, well, thank
Catmandu.
you. Until next time, thank you for listening and watching / whatever you're doing while listening to our voices. This has been fun. We'll talk to you later.
See you around.
Shoob-doop.